fair warning, you actually might see me crash out in this video. So, my second stand-up performance was last night, and I messed up badly. And I'm not trying to be like over dramatic. Like, I feel like, no, I don't feel like, I know that I messed up worse than the first time. And I know it was because I didn't practice more. I could have practiced a lot more. I just let so many things like distract me. I let, my self-doubt get to me. I definitely let self-sabotage take over me. I even, funnily enough, I let my ego take over. Like, my ego was like, oh, you already done this, you got this, you're fine. Even though everything was saying that you still need to practice more. But I messed up. And you know what? I'm still proud of myself. I'm still proud of myself because, I still went up there. And even though I was stuck, I still got through it, in order to like get over something, get through it. So I still did it, and that's great. But I just feel so bad because there was a reason that I wanted this particular performance to go really good. There was a multitude of reasons, more career reasons and stuff, and it feels like that I let people down. Most importantly, I let myself down. I feel like I threw away this opportunity. I don't know. Self-sabotage is ruining my life, and I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. Maybe this was supposed to happen. Maybe, I had to go through this to come to this realization of I'm just so sick of, just letting self-sabotage win. And, there is a part of me that is saying that it's not over, because it's not. I know it's not. And all I have to do is do what I've been pretty much telling y'all, to learn from this mistake. Take this mistake and learn from it. Why are there so many people out today? And even someone after the show actually made a comment about my mess up and how he liked it. He said whether it was intentional or not, I enjoyed it. Which I don't know if he really meant that, or, he was just saying that to make me feel better. But, I mean, while I was leaving, he also shouted it out again out of his car, which was funny. It's like, I could have done so much better. I know I could do so much better. And this is not like me just trying to, kiss my own ass. I know I could do so much better. It's just that I let so much get to me. And maybe it's because I put so much into this performance. Like, not so put so much into it, but like put so much meaning into it. Put too much importance on it. There you go. That's what I was looking for. It's always the small dogs that be barking. The dog thinks he looks tough. You're wearing a sweater. You're fine. And someone from my improv class, she actually drove me home. And, she was giving me good feedback. And I was glad that I had someone to talk to. Because if I just, went home by myself, I would have spiraled a lot worse than what I did last night. And she wasn't, coddling me. She was giving me good feedback. And obviously commented on my mess up, which was great and, helpful. And she did help me put some things into perspective, which is good. But that did not stop me from going to the habit, getting a bunch of food that I didn't need to get, and eating it, and eating 2 bowls of cereal, and then crying later. Yes, I cried last night because of my performance. I honestly feel like screaming right now. But I'm not trying to be the crazy black woman in this neighborhood screaming. I know that everyone talks about self-sabotage a lot. I feel like a lot of times we're talking it more in a somewhat micro scale. But when it gets to something like this, at least for me, and maybe in hindsight, this is not a big deal. And before I finish that thought, I'm not upset that I messed up, because obviously doing stand-up or any type of performance, you're gonna mess up. Especially your first few times, you're gonna mess up. That's fine. I'm just messed up. I'm just upset because I messed up this performance, and this performance was supposed to be for like a career move reason, and I messed up. Where's that dog at? So I feel like we talk about it on a micro, nano scale of self-sabotage, but then when it gets to like this point where, you know, you're self-sabotaging for something that's actually very important, that's what you want to try to avoid. And as you can see, I didn't avoid that. So take a lesson from me, some random person that you found on the internet. You need to nip your self-sabotage in the bud, because like, it really could potentially ruin your life. And I'm not saying that my life is ruined. It just really feels like that. And maybe it's because of some catastrophic thinking that's going on right now. And honestly, I don't have really good ways to even deal with this. That's why I was doing all of that eating. I'm an emotional eater. This is something I really should be talking to a therapist, psychiatrist, maybe dietitian. Would a dietitian help with something like that? No, maybe. I don't know. So the only ways I know how to cope with the situation. And honestly, I'm even sick of that. Okay? I want new ways to cope with something like this, because this isn't going to be the last time that this happened. This is probably my 100th time messing up in a performance aspect. That's fine. I want new ways to cope with something like this, because it's going to keep happening. The more I advance, I'm going to keep messing up. And even though I'm having all these emotions, negative emotions, I don't know, y'all don't need to be seeing or hearing, because this is probably not helpful at all, but I am still proud of myself for not only going up there and powering through it, but I'm proud of the fact that I still want to go again. I want to do it again. I've looked up some comedy clubs around me, and I'm planning on, you know, doing some open mics, and I want to at least do one stand-up show a month. I might go ahead and try to like break up my set so I could force myself to like remember like certain parts, and also try to stretch it long or something. I don't know. All I know is that I'm actually proud that I still want to go out there and do it again, despite my mess up, despite how I feel, despite that I potentially threw away a pretty big opportunity. The opportunity wasn't just like a potential opportunity. It's like something me and this casting director already discussed, and I messed up. I messed up. And also, one of the other comedians that was there last night, she actually was up there pretty much for an opportunity, because there was people coming to watch her. I can't say much because she couldn't say much. That's all I'm gonna say. There was people there to watch her for a particular reason, and I feel she did great. She did awesome. That's great, cool, whatever. But it pretty much just shows like, this is important. This is important. This is a real thing that I should be focusing on, because there are pretty much life-changing things that are on the line, and I blew it. Again, Sarah, try not to scream. You don't want to be the crazy person in this area. Don't scream. And yeah, I was so worried about my pants. There's a hole in my pants that I haven't been able to sew for a year because I've been procrastinating on the... Girl, that was not your biggest concern on your stupid pants. I was so focused on the look. I was focused on like, what am I gonna wear? How am I gonna do my hair? Which is how I did my hair. She's cute. I'm happy with it. But no, you weren't worried on your performance. The main thing that you should actually be worried about. Just know, I'm still working on trying to like be kinder to myself. And this is me kind of trying, okay? Once again, all I could do is just learn from this mistake and move forward. Try not to overthink so much on, you know, what people have said. The lack of, I guess, attention, not attention, but feedback from the casting director. The whole thing. It was a whole thing. Also, one of the comics' wife called me a little girl. Probably because of my hair, but it's like, I'm 28. What are you, little girl, where? I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of being presented opportunities, and I don't do my best. I'm not happy with my performance. Like, well, did you actually work hard enough? Did you keep going? Did you like practice enough where you got so bored and tired of it? Practice enough where like everything was all second nature? Did you do that? No? Well, of course it's not going to be as great as you want it to be. I'm so tired. Y'all, I'm tired. I've already, did a whole spiritual thing last night. Once again, I cried. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm done with this. I'm done letting self-sabotage win, even though I kind of let it do a little bit of its work today before I came on my walk, and also doing my meditation today helped like a little bit. Maybe this is the turning point in my story. Like I said earlier, maybe this was supposed to happen. I don't know. It happened, so I guess so. I can't help but think there is an alternate version of me who actually did a great job. And got the clip of it and was able to send it off, and hopefully things would happen or whatever. Even if things didn't happen afterward, she still did a great job. I should still be proud of myself, and I'm really trying. I really am. It's really hard right now. Just thinking of the aspects that I'm proud of. Just think of, more talking to myself right now, so bear with me. But just think of the fact that you are willing to go back out there again. You want to go there again. You want to go to other venues. You want to still try to keep in contact with this casting director. And give up and throw in the towel even after you messed up. And that honestly is a massive improvement for me. This is a lot of bird food. They have raised garden beds? Wow. I didn't give up, and I don't plan on giving up. Not only in this, but in so many other aspects of my life. There is a version of me out there who has done the work and who continues to do the work to better herself. And I don't like that I keep thinking of that version of me as someone else, as a fictional being. I want that version to be me. Whatever I gotta do to merge us two together is what I gotta do, and I'm gonna try my hardest, because this hurts. I'm gonna try not to cry. Hold on. It hurt. It's mostly because I let myself down. All I'm really worried about, well, not really, as you heard that, like, oh, she's worried about a casting director and opportunities, blah, 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 blah. But it's mostly that I let myself down in this instance, in a slight way. Because I could have just said, no, I don't want to do this, or I could have backed out last minute, which I think some people actually did back out last minute, because I don't think everyone was actually there. I could have done that, but I didn't. I'm kind of just talking in circles at this point, because it's still hard for me to just, let it be in the past. It already happened. There's nothing much I can do except for work harder next time. Maybe try not to put so much importance on a performance. Like, I didn't actually know how big Flappers was until like people told me about it. And I was like, oh, okay, this is a big venue. Not in terms of size wise, but you know what I mean. It's a big venue. All the greats have come here, or a lot of the greats have come here and performed. And you're doing this for your first time on Flappers? You're doing this for your second time on Flappers? Bird, I swear, shut up. Thank you. You know what? Mother Nature, girl, don't play with me right now. I'm on my period also. Girl, don't play with me right now. So, I kind of let all that get to me as well. And just once again, the importance of putting so much importance on this exact performance. I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'll just keep going. I'll keep performing. And maybe I'll get a better clip. I don't know. I still need to purchase my first clip, because I think my first performance I did better. But yeah, you know what? It's okay. I just have a lot more work that I need to do. And what I was telling my friend from improv on the way home, You know, I'm glad that I still got into stand-up comedy because I wanted to find more ways to book myself instead of waiting for other people to book me, because the way this industry is still a hot mess, and it's gonna be a hot mess for probably a little while longer. I'm tired of just having to wait whatever I gotta do to book myself. And I know it was like, oh yeah, you could just create, you know, your own movies and shows and blah blah blah. That is definitely a lot of work. Not that I don't want to do it. It's like I kind of need, you know, evidence of stuff like ASAP. So stand-up comedy, I feel, is good for me, and doing improv, even though necessarily you don't get evidence, but I mean, it's still, stage performance is still good for me. Man, these dogs. If you're still here watching this, thank you. You just watched me go a little crazy. Just a little tiny percentage of it. Should I turn around? There's some loud noises going on. Actually, I'm just cross the street. Hold on. And if you were in somewhat of a similar situation where, you know, you mess up something that was important, could be life-changing or not, or whatever, just recognize if it was self-sabotage that was in play here. Recognize that and try to stop it as best as possible. I know it's hard. Again, easier said than done. Said that yesterday. But it's self-sabotage is probably ruining our lives. I know we could put the blame on so many other things, like, oh, it's the phone, or it's the type of foods, or it's not the right environment, or I'm not in the right energy. What? Hi. Apparently I'm being recorded or something. At this point, it's starting to sound like excuses. At least for me, it's just starting to sound like excuses. And I'm just so sick of it. I know I could do so much better. You could do so much better. We both could do so much better. Okay, girl. If we just focus and actually put our heads down and mitigate as much distraction as possible, we take care of ourselves, we forgive ourselves, we give ourselves grace, because even though as bad as I feel and as angry I probably am at myself, I'm still trying to give myself grace, still trying to forgive myself, still trying to, you know, love myself, still trying, because that's truly what I need right now. Sarah, don't start crying. Hold on. I'm actually gonna go. This is gonna take me probably a while to edit, so, and I have other things to do. Oh, and also the plumber has to come back because now the kitchen sink is clogged after I was trying to dispose of my veggie scraps because I made my vegetable broth, which, very proud of that. But now it's like, great, I had to deal with that last night as well after my piss poor performance. Sarah, stop it. We gotta stop with the self-sabotaging. I don't know what me and you gotta do, but if you feel like there's no one out there to keep you accountable, just take me as your accountability partner. I don't know I don't know what I'm talking about at this point. I'm hungry. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.